Good morning, synth fans. My name is Pocket Spell. It is a chilly Monday morning in New York City, and I wanted to take a minute to make a video to compare the workflow between the OPZ and the OPXY as it relates to getting from a pattern to a song. On the OPZ, we go from project to pattern chaining to create a song. On the OPXY, we go from project to pattern to scene to song. So I'm going to explain a little bit about what that means. Let's take a look. So I'm going to start with the way it works on the OPZ. You have your project 1 through 10. Right now I'm on project 6. You have patterns 1 through 16, and then you can chain those patterns to create a song. And obviously there's no visual cue here to see the order of the patterns that you've put in, that you've pressed them in. If you connect to your phone via Bluetooth, you can see on the app. I'm not set up to do that right now, but so what I've done is I've just put them all in a row. And when I hit play, it's going to play pattern 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, and so on. So I'm just going to hit play quickly so you can see how that works. And I apologize for the sonic sound here. This actually was not made to be a song that's performed on the OPZ itself. This plays out through my rig and through all my synthesizers and drum machines. So it actually sounds quite different from this. This is just really to show the pattern play through. And of course, I can do my punch-in effects and other fun things. Mess with the tape track. If I was playing this live or recording it out to the DAW. Okay, now we're up to pattern 7, 8, and you can see the green dot moving along. 9. We have a little break. And then we kind of go to this halftime beat. So you get the idea. That's the process on the OPZ. That's what many of us are used to. On the OPXY, we get more functionality, but it's a different process, and so far I found it to be a little more cumbersome, a little less quick, because on here, let's go back to the OPZ for a minute. My typical workflow would be to, you know what, screw it, let's just do this. Change of gears, quick track from scratch. I can't help myself. So I kind of start with that, then I would copy, paste this track, maybe I add in a snare. Ooh, you heard that double trigger there for a second. Then copy and paste. Into the next pattern. Go into this pattern. We'll add a hi-hat. So you can kind of see how it's going to be pretty easy to build up a track this way. And then we'd play that out. On here, it's a little trickier because we're going track by track. So I've gone to arrange mode. So on the OPXY, instead of project pattern chaining into a song, what we have is our project, right? Our patterns per track. We get 9 patterns per track. And then we have scenes. So this brings me to actually why I'm doing this video. Somebody commented on my last video asking me to clarify the difference between groups and scenes, because in the other videos I was talking about groups. It turns out that groups do not exist on the OPXY. I made that up. I don't know where I heard it, or maybe I just was thinking of mute groups on the OPZ. That's another kind of song building tool or performance tool that we can maybe talk about another time. We don't have groups, we have scenes. So this is scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, scene 4. The scenes are made out of different patterns for each track. So we go from pattern to scene, and then we hit shift and arrange into song. And what's interesting here, wait, just going back real quick, we have 99 scenes, I believe. So 9 patterns per track, 99 scenes per song. Then what is interesting is that we actually have multiple songs per project. So that really gives us a lot of flexibility, a lot of storage. You could have the same song a couple different ways. Maybe you have a live version. Maybe you have a version that you recorded into your DAW. I don't really know. We'll see how that ends up being used. But it's an interesting feature. But then what we're doing here in song mode is if we go to song, kind of song 1, it's just an arrangement of patterns, arrangement of scenes, which is an arrangement of patterns. So you can see here which tracks are muted, which are playing, and which have different patterns playing. Hit this again. You'll see I have a couple of different patterns running up the punch-in effects. So let's just start a new song real quick. Song 2. And then the way we'll build that up, by using our cursor here, and then, this is how everything will be played back. And we hit play, and it all plays through. That's really all I wanted to share this time. I just wanted to clarify because I was using the word group incorrectly in my last video. But I also thought it would be interesting to kind of compare the two workflows between the OPZ and the OPXY. I find the workflow on the OPZ to be so much quicker. Maybe it's just because I'm used to it. Perhaps this will become just as quick, or maybe it doesn't need to be quick because it's just giving us a lot more that this does not. Let me know what you all think. Okay, thank you. See you next time. Peace.